Hi, I'm Kevin from PowerA, and today I want to walk you through how to program the Ghost RGB LEDs on the Fusion Pro wireless controller for Xbox Series X and S with Lumectra lighting. There are multiple options you can choose from to personalize your controller, so let's walk through each of them so you can set the colors and lighting options to match your gaming mood. First, start off by turning on your controller. Once on, you can tap the LEDs button on the back of the controller to cycle through each lighting mode. There are 6 lighting modes to choose from. The solid, breathing, and cycle modes that are mainstays from our previous controllers featuring Lumectra lighting are all here, but they are joined by 3 new modes: wave, pulse reactive, and ripple reactive. The solid, cycle, and breathing modes are all based on zones, where the wave, pulse reactive, and ripple reactive apply to the entire controller. Once you've selected a mode you'd like to customize, press and hold the LEDs button for 2 seconds to go into LED programming mode. The top of the controller will flash green 3 times, signaling that the controller is in programming mode. In wave mode, the LEDs will move across the controller in various directions in either a rainbow effect or in a single color. In ripple reactive mode, the LEDs will move across the controller originating from each button or input being pressed and then fade away. In pulse reactive mode, the LEDs surround the button or input being pressed with a color and then fade away gradually. The LEDs will react to multiple buttons being pressed simultaneously. You can press left on the D-pad to switch between a rainbow cycle or a single color wave for each of these modes. In rainbow cycle, pressing right on the D-pad will change the direction of the wave. It will cycle through the following directions: center radial, horizontal bounce, vertical bounce, right wave, which is left to right, left wave, which is right to left, downwards wave, and finally upwards wave. In single color wave, pressing right on the D-pad will change the lighting direction. Pressing the A, B, X, or Y buttons will change the color of the wave. A changes greens, B changes reds, Y changes yellows, and X changes blues. There are 6 shades of color to cycle through in each button press. You can decrease the brightness of the light by pressing the left trigger and increase the brightness by pressing the right trigger. Once you are finished customizing your RGB settings, you can exit LED programming mode by pressing and holding the LED button for 2 seconds. The controller will flash green 3 times, letting you know you have exited LED programming mode. To use the solid, cycle, or breathing lighting modes, you'll need to put the controller into zone mode. This mode comes after wave, pulse reactive, and ripple reactive when tapping the LEDs button on the back of the controller. You can customize 4 individual zones with a variety of options, including color, lighting mode, speed, and brightness. To customize each zone, go into LED programming mode and press right on the D-pad to cycle through each zone. The selected zone will flash 3 times, indicating which zone you're in. It will start off in zone 1. Once you've selected the zone you want to customize, you can choose a color by pressing the A, B, X, or Y buttons. Press left on the D-pad to change the lighting mode to solid, breathing, or cycle. Pressing up on the D-pad or right trigger will increase the brightness, and pressing down or the left trigger will decrease the brightness. You can turn off the lighting on an individual zone by pressing the LEDs button on the back of the controller. Pressing it again will turn the lighting back on. To change the speed of an individual zone, press the View button, and to change the speed of all zones simultaneously, press the Menu button. Remember, changing the speed of a zone is only available on the breathing and cycle modes. Pressing left bumper will sync all zones to either the breathing, cycle, or solid simultaneously, and pressing the right bumper will sync all zones to one of the 24 colors. Pressing the left trigger will decrease the brightness of all zones simultaneously, and pressing the right trigger will increase the brightness of all zones. Once you are finished customizing your RGB settings, you can exit LED programming mode. If you want to turn the LED lights off at any time to save battery, press the Menu and System button at the same time. Press the 2 buttons again to turn the LEDs back on. The Ghost RGB LED lighting settings can also be customized in the PowerA Gamer HQ app. In the app, you'll navigate to the RGB settings section, and then you will be able to make all the changes to the lighting modes on the controller. There are also a variety of other settings in the app to customize your Fusion Pro wireless controller. You can download the PowerA Gamer HQ app from the Microsoft Store on your Xbox Series X or S console, or on your Windows 10 or 11 PC. And that concludes the walkthrough on how to program the Ghost RGB LED lighting on your Fusion Pro wireless controller for Xbox Series X and S with Lumectra.